And hello everybody, we are live. YouTube is not completely broken, however Streamlabs is still giving me these black boxes. Hopefully they shall go away. Interestingly, one of them's in the wrong place. Have they gone away yet? There we go, my chat bot is working and I can see the chat. Black boxes are gone. Welcome everybody. I hope we are all well on this Sunday evening. I approve of not completely broken. Yes, thank you James, as do I. Hello Heritage Railway Productions. Welcome, welcome, welcome. The black boxes evidently are because of the software I use to run the stream, not because of YouTube. For some reason they feel like showing everything as a black box at the start, and if I go into the editor after loading the stream and then come back out of it, they go away. They're still there. They just don't display because they're supposed to be invisible. So yes, we have Remembrance back, because of course we do need to get it finished. We have the transfers I'd forgotten to make for last week. They have been cut straight out of the pictures of the old sides. So I literally took my pictures of these sides, cut them out and printed them onto the transfer paper. Printed myself a few more transfers I needed whilst I was at it. You will also see, when it focuses, no, we're not going to focus today. There we go. That there isn't quite so much of a box around the name or number anymore. There has been some experimentation. It has, in my opinion, gone very well. So I am quite happy with how these are looking. It has, you know, really gone quite nicely today, because of course well, in fact yesterday I did those bits, because there's nothing like being prepared well in advance. Certainly not round here there isn't anyway. So yes, I think we shall start by adding our curves around here on this side before moving on to the other side. And of course I am noticing that I've put this corner piece in here, which I've noticed I actually didn't want, because either A, it doesn't fit, or B, it wasn't there on the original. So that was silly of me, wasn't it? The background colour on these is also slightly different to the background colour on these. No idea why, but that's just the way it is. So the backward text is because obviously I copied it from one and I just mirrored it so that I had the correct curves for both sides. Because, you know, that seemed like the sensible thing to do rather than sitting there trying to draw it. I love how you're promoting the Discord and yet you won't join it, Alex. You would be very welcome there. Don't drop the transfers, everyone. But yes, thank you for dropping all the promotion, Alex. It is much appreciated. But yes, is that what I have been on this week then? The Discord is what you've been on this week? Yes, Ian. Doing my job. Well, you'd have that same job on the Discord if you were there, Alex. To be fair. Be doing your job really well then, wouldn't you? So yes, as before, with this transfer paper I buy, for some reason, it works better doing it this way rather than putting the transfers in the water. I have never used any other transfers that work better this way. I don't think the old crafty paper or whatever they were called used to work better like this either. And you wasn't sure if it's the same thing. 63 this week's ago in senile. Fair enough, Ian. Happy birthday for whichever day it is, of course. I'm sure you're not going that senile. I've seen the stuff you're producing. Not gonna happen. No, I know it's not, Alex, but that doesn't mean I won't continue to joke about it. And so there we go, we have the first one on already. In fact, Ian, talking of things you're producing, I should grab the i3 quickly. That box feels very empty, it must be on the layout. Hang on. No, but the one that Linny did is on there, that's quite worrying. I'm going to check that box now, just in case. Yes, I've put it somewhere, that was clever of me, we want that next week. The plates you have done for these, Ian, they would be these ones here under the smoke box, wouldn't they? Because on the Southeastern Finecast kit, what you've essentially done as the back etch is already moulded onto the kit. Yes, I know where it'll be, but I'm not grabbing it now. Yes, thought so, yeah. So that's already moulded onto those kits. So it just needs the front bit soldering over. Just use the front bit over then. Yes, exactly. But it should be good to have them on there properly. I was very pleasantly surprised when you showed those. Hello Max with your long complicated new name. We are not redoing the transfers, we are finishing them. So these transfers I'm doing now are the round corners that I'd forgotten to print out last week. I have an etched i3 as well, will you? Oh, really? I did not know that there was an etched one as well. I sort of want to give that a go now that I know that exists, but I've already got 2 i3s. How many do I need? More. For the i320, I don't know how many were made. Might be an i1 or i2 coming later. I'm collecting info. Oh, excellent. Excellent, Ian. I am very much in need of an i1 and an i2. Good evening, Tom. Welcome. So yes, there we go. It has curves. And evidently I cut one of the transfers slightly too short on the top of the tank side last week. But doesn't that look much better with them actually there? So excited to get the model to General. It's a very beautiful model. It looks like a very nice model, Max. It does look very nice indeed. So now, yes, that corner piece that I've put on there does definitely need to come off. Is that what is on Discord? Yeah, that'll be what's on Discord, Ian. There we go. Of course, if these were sealed in, they wouldn't come off that easy. So how is everyone this evening? I hope we are all doing well. Okay. The engine will be repainted to look like the Y13 Santa Fe logo by Matchbox, tribute to Mighty Matchbox makers who bought some acrylic paints for its respray. Interesting. Is it really a tribute to him if you're making it look like a logo that's made by someone else? Doing well here. Excellent. I'm glad you're doing well, Max. Ah, where'd that go? There it is. Got the etchers for the Craven goods yesterday, so I'm busy writing instructions. Excellent. There's a model he showcased in the restoration video. Yeah, but I understand that, Max. Hello, UK Train Spotting. How are you this evening? I hope you are doing well. I really, really need to stop hitting that camera. I'm here now. Hello, Becca. Good evening and welcome. How are you this evening? Microphone, you're too high there. Come down a bit. You block it so you can block the light from my eyes. There we go. That's better. There we go. Well, I'm alive, so that's one thing I've got going for me. Fair enough. Just making some parts for a shed. Yeah. I'm adding those transfers that I forgot to print last week for the curved corners. This one's going to be the fun one because not only do I need to... good evening, Killian. How are you this evening? Yes, not only do I need to remove some transfer that's in the way, it's part of a long transfer that I cut too long, so I've got to cut it down. Still getting used to it. Alright, Harry, you? I am very well, thank you, Killian. There we go. So I say, that won't be so easy once it's varnished and the transfers are sealed. Where is Alex at? Is he okay? He's watching the stream. Wish I had a shed, but probably couldn't fit one in my flat. You're not trying hard enough, Tom. What you need to do is build it outside the window on stilts. That's how you have a shed with a flat. A wardrobe is bigger on the inside. Yeah, that too. Need to make it bigger on the inside. God. It's like there's a parrot or an echo. An echo is what I meant. Why not replace the flat with a shed? I much prefer my option of building it outside the window. Parrot works too. Well, yeah, but I wanted to say Echo. Depends on how high off the ground your flat is, surely. You just need longer stilts then, Ian. When I'm done, all I will have is a small shed layout. When I am done, I will have what most people class as too many layouts. But that's not going to stop me. So yes, there is our 4 corners. See, some of them need the straights now lengthening, but that's not a problem. We can do that. Okay, you can see how many layouts I've got on my website, oakhillmodelrailway.co.uk. There is a section for all of my current layouts, and it does not include my son's layout, which is a separate one altogether. There is a very small possibility I do actually have too many layouts. When I was at uni, I was on the 13th floor, long legs in the very long legs, yes. Has a tiny concrete balcony, had a 3 foot by 3 foot shed, not even big enough for a layout. Yeah, T-scale, Tom. Loads of room for T-scale. And in fact, someone at club has a double O gauge layout that is 3 foot by 2 foot. Can never have too many layouts. No, I agree with that, Luke, but a lot of other people wouldn't if they see how many layouts I've got, bearing in mind that's not all the layouts in the house. So yes, having this side at the stage it's at, where we need to leave them to dry a little bit, I think we should maybe add the plaque, which is of course this plaque, but much smaller. I would say 76 times smaller, but I haven't actually checked that what I've printed is full size. Do have an insane number of layouts. I do. Insane is the best number of layouts, yes. I am very happy with my insane number of layouts. Yes, Killian, Alex is here. I barely have one. Your layout's great though, Corbs. Try my hand at hand painting wagon lettering. Oh, you did very well at that before, Christopher, so I'm sure you shall do well again. Certainly did better than anything I could manage. Like a bad smell, one no one can get rid of. I'm always around somewhere. I like it, but it does tend to become a dumping ground. Honestly, at that comment, Corbs, I'm almost tempted to flip the camera around so you can see the state of Oak Hill. Because, yeah. If some of the stuff I've got on there at the moment was seen, people would have heart attacks. So yes, there we have one plaque. And Alex the Mole says hydration is important. for the application of the plaque, which is on card. I am using Deluxe Materials Glue and Glaze. So you can see here it wants to sit roughly below the B, you know, overlapping onto the M and the R. The good thing about glue and glaze is it will dry fully clear. So when some inevitably comes out the side, once it is dry, you will not see it. I'm not going to use those ones because I'm using those ones for the transfers. My layout's ridiculously messy, it's got bits of trim off the car on it and all. Yeah, mine's not that bad. Speaking of mess, just eating a very sugary donut in my hotel room. I think they're going to notice. They might well notice that. Must be a sugar daddy. Sugar dada. Super sugar. There we go. I got there in the end. Words I can word. Honest. Me fail English. That's impossible. You know what, we're going to give it a go. Let's see what the long range on this camera can do. As we spin round and see the other side of the room where there is Oak Hill. As you can see, it is a wonderful, lovely, tidy layout. That is as far as I can take you to it, as the cables are getting quite taut to the microphone. So yes, if your layout's a bit messy, mine gets that way too, because I never put my stock away. Any of it. Oh look, there's a kit that I don't think made it into the video the other day. Defibrillator, please. And there we go. Oak Hill has made it onto the stream. Is that because of my 33 and my Network Southeast stuff, is it, Ian? That came out the other day to make a point to someone. Is that a pannier? Yes, there is a pannier on there. Pannier, class 33, pair of Network Southeast carriages. Yes, a Great Western pannier. In blue. What's the green thing with a grey roof? No, I haven't got any green things with grey roofs. Sorry, Christopher, and that very much is not a lie. I don't do Great Western. I admittedly have a few Great Western bits. I used to model 1950s BR. So there's some bits I have left over from there. Turning off now then, Pannier. Don't worry, Ian, it doesn't get run. It's only out because I was stealing the motor out of it for something. There we go. The charger has gone back in the phone, so we shouldn't die. So yes, that is the state that the layout is usually in. And in fact, it's slightly better than it's usually in, because when Linny was down, they cleaned the loco yard for some photos. That's alright then, yes. So it's part of my 1950s BR stuff. In fact, it's got painted to be an industrial, but then I just wanted it out the other day to steal the motor out of it. The motor is also sat loose on Oak Hill at the moment. So yes, there we are with the plate on the side. Mercifulness, come on. Heresy, using a pannier for parts. It's only a triang one. So I needed the motor for another engine. And when I do need motors or occasionally driving wheels, I go into my 1950s modelling supplies and I see what locos I have that can donate parts. For example, the Flying Scotsman. Disappointed that sofa could have been the perfect space for a layout. It's got one behind it. In fact, the layout's been there longer than that sofa. I have a 57XX in the 1840 to 7 period. I don't know. Yeah, that's an interesting one, Killian. Maybe you're also using it for parts. Right, these should, I would imagine, be dry enough that I can start putting some of the additional lining they need on them to fill in the gaps. Yeah, I'd use it for parts, Killian. The wheels would probably come in useful for something. And the motor. Open cab 57XX. You mean a 27 whatever they were? Didn't they just look like 57s with open cabs? That's literally my knowledge on panniers, by the way. Is the ones that Triang released. Have a great Northern and Southern Railway pannier, and it's missing its dome thingy. But you used to love that so much, Luke. I can't believe you'd let it be missing its dome thingy, as you put it. $2021s and $2721s. Okay. Someone has to know what they are. Because as is quite clear, I don't. 27, 21 class, completely different. Every pannier was unique. No. Can't be having that, Becca. All GWR locos were identical. Every single one of them. That's weird. My GNFR panel is also missing the safety valve cover. It's on load to a friend cast to make copies. Spreading Swindonisation. Nah, no one wants to spread Swindonisation, Corbs. All our locos will be identical then. You offend me. Oh, but it's so funny to wind up people about GWR locos being the same. Bear in mind I model the Brighton. All Stroudley locos were rather similar. I really can't get away with not admitting that. I have lost what I had done with the rest of that one. Luckily, I have loads. Robbed the chassis for the SCC one. Yeah, fair enough. Didn't even notice it was missing until I moved it to its shelf it lives on with the H-Class. Terrible, Luke. The Iron Duke does not equal a 14XX. Yeah, it does, Killian. Swintonisation is something I would never wish upon my worst enemy. Similar as in similarly expensive compared to the equivalent locomotives from other railways. Yeah, but Craven cancels out Stroudley standardisation. Craven does indeed cancel out Stroudley standardisation a little bit. But of course, if you're going down that route, then pre-Churchwood Great Western wasn't all identical. And I can't be admitting that. I have a reputation for not admitting things like that. I'm doing really well with this camera today, aren't I? I think I've got it sitting at a funny angle since moving it back. There we go. More of a Southern person, but I do like auto trains and push-pull services. Well, the Southern had push-pull. Two of mine could pull three of his backwards at Churchwood on why his engines cost more. Excellent. I do love that quote. As far as I'm aware, it's a true quote. I don't believe it was made up by someone later on. And I do love it. Right, done the shed end. Best head to bed before I get even more offended about my precious Victorian Swindon gems. Good night, Becca. Thank you for coming. Enjoy the offence. I'm sure I can do it more often if you'd like. Churchwood was Swindon OG. So everything pre-Churchwood was a lot more interesting. Evening, good evening, Linny. How are you this evening? It is good to see you. What's wrong with Churchwood? Nothing with him personally. I just think all his engines look identical, and of course, there's part of the reason why I don't model the Stroudley era is I get to mix in later stuff that doesn't look like a Stroudley logo. If I wasn't a fan of the Brighton, I'm sure I would struggle to tell the difference between most of Stroudley's classes. He introduced 460s which all look identical. All his 460s did look identical, yes. Along with all his other engines. Hi Linny's had the setup for a day. I'm okay, pretty tired. Just taking delivery of my new soldering station, so that's a good thing. Excellent. Excellent, Linny. So you can get on with some kit building now, in theory. I assume most of it will actually wait until, or all of it, really, will wait until the move is complete. There we go. Hello Javier, how are you this evening? Welcome to the stream. It is good to see you here. Oh, I see Becca uploading pictures to Discord. I shall have a look at them once stream is over, and I shall look forward to doing so. Doing alright, nice transfers. Excellent, I'm glad you are doing well. Yes, we are looking very transferred up on this side now. I'm very happy with how this is coming out. Indeed, once I've moved. Yeah, that's what I thought. So yes, the transfers for the name and number. Obviously last week you could really see the colour of them. It really did show against the background of the logo, and in fact some of the corners were looking quite bad for it as well. So what happened there was I took the spray paint that this was painted with, which is Halford's Etch Primer, which to me makes a great grey as well as being ideal for a brass logo. I sprayed a decent amount of it into the lid and then applied it by brush over the areas that needed it to touch up their colours, and I think that has come out quite well. There's only one coat on there. There's certainly some areas it needs tidying up, but I do think it has vastly improved the look of the logo on this side. So that shall be continued on the other side as well. I'm just going to take a moment to remind everyone, hydration is still very important. I'm also going to notice that it makes a huge difference. Yeah, it really does, doesn't it? It is much better than how it was last week. I'm much happier with it. So that is definitely something to remember. It would probably, although I haven't so far, be easy. It would probably be easier to paint whilst on there. And of course, using paint means you do get an exact match to the paint rather than the printer's interpretation of it. And really, when it's a case of putting it on there, close isn't good enough. You do need an exact match. So what we need to do now is this side. And I'm really hoping these come off just as well as they did last time. I think it matches well. Spectacular thing. Thank you. Much appreciated. In fact, whilst we have some rather good numbers here in the viewers, once I've peeled these off, we're going to have a look at something, because I received an unexpected parcel through the week, which shall be a future stream project. Hopefully people who are on my Discord will recognise it as soon as I open the box. Quick question, yeah. If hypothetically found a complete case kit of a loco, I was going to get a 3D print off, should I get the case kit or go with the print? It depends on the price, Alex, and the loco itself. Some of the case kits were really good, some of them were not so good. If you can find a review of said kit, most of them have been covered on RM Web. As long as it is a good kit, then I see no reason not to get the case kit. So yes, I was greeted by a knock at the door from the postman the other day. And out of the blue, he handed me a nice box. Oh, the Met A-Class. That kit may not be complete, Alex. I know what one you're on about. I don't know the reputation of that kit. So I opened said box, and out of it came this. I believe that's the way around all the pictures that have been seen. That from it's not from CDC. It is a London, Brighton and South Coast 5-plank open A-wagon. Round ends. We have seen these plenty of times on stream. It has been seen on the Discord, but not by me. By the creator. This is by Tom. TS Design. And so, yes. I was very surprised to see this turn up, but also very happy. It is a wonderful looking print. It is one of Tom's test prints, so it's not perfect. But we shall be having a look at it on stream. As you can see, it is all here. There is the chassis. It is very nice, Ian. So this is something... Thought I'd found something. You may well have found something good, Alex, as I have seen the eBay listing you're on about. I'm not sure it's complete. It was in fact Linny that pointed out to me a couple of potentially missing bits, because I thought it was complete before that. And I'm unsure of the reputation of those kits, so you would have to look that up. However, I do enjoy building K's kits, so there's that. There's a couple of... Gary, can I message you about the parcels you've got for me later or when I remember? You can indeed message me about that later, Luke. That is not a problem. Gary's got a test print, a couple of issues there for you to spot. I have got a test print. I've not given it a complete look over, but I'm, you know, what I have seen, Tom, I am very, very impressed by. So you see this side, the chassis has no brake gear. This side does. So yes, it is looking very, very nice. You enjoy building K's kits, or are you some sort of masochist? Yes, James. I am indeed a masochist. Had you not realised that already? We've got Lion that we've built. We've built 2 Stroudley carriages. We've got the Midland Spinner. And we've got the K-Class to do. So lots of K's kits around here. It's always a bad idea to feel happy about something. It always ends up biting me somehow. No, I'm not saying it's a bad idea, Alex. I'm saying I don't know. And unfortunately, in this case, I cannot offer any advice. Thanks for letting me know, Killian. Do still want a few? Should have guessed, I suppose. Yeah. I thought everyone knew I was a masochist by now. So yes, we are going to now move on to this side, and we shall start where we did before, with the curve in the footplate. So 80% there is still 80% there, might be worth a punt. Yeah. I mean, now that we know what kit it is, people could go and look it up and give their opinion if they so choose. I didn't notice anything missing until Linny mentioned stuff. I think it was footsteps Linny mentioned missing from it. But I do know it has the... There you go, Alex. Killian can print for you anything it's missing. So there's that concern out the window. Obviously the chassis is already built. So that is a plus point it has over a lot of other kits. Definitely at least one footstep seems to be missing. There we... So, you know, footsteps can't be that difficult to make. Well, I made the ones on here. These are just folded brass. Oh no, it's not that one. It's a complete... Oh! In that case, Alex, I take it all back. See if you can get... There's a couple of threads dedicated to K's kits on RM Web. So do go and look it up. I really can't advise in that case because I don't know what sort of runner that is. But someone on RM Web will be able to tell you whether it is any good or not. So there's a couple of threads on K's kits. One is called What Have You Done With Your K's Kits? which has a lot in there, including my lion. So, yes, if it's a complete boxed kit, it may be okay. You just need to look up the reputation. I personally would go for the K's kits because I am a masochist. I probably wouldn't even look up the reputation of the kit, to be honest. So as we say, like, Lion is one that is known to have a bad reputation, but you look at the one I got and built on stream for as Thunderbolt, it runs absolutely beautifully. It's a wonderful loco, and it is now DCC fitted. Which everyone who sees it comments, cool, I've never seen a DCC fitted K's kit before. And I say, well, original motor and everything. Has the motor as well, which might work. It depends on which type of motor it is. The motor that is in Thunderbolt is the good type of K's motor. If it's the same as that, then you're alright. The other motors were known to have some issues. Right, so spares of these can be sliced off and get them out of the way. K's Mark, yeah, it's a Mark II that my Thunderbolt's got, Killian. I don't know what a Met A would come with. So yes, the next job will be, as we did last time, all the corners. No idea which type of motor. If I get the kit for a good price, I don't mind replacing it. Yep, fair enough. Yeah, I would get the K's kit. And I would be really excited about it. Well, that went somewhere. Never mind. There we go, that one didn't fall out of my hand. There's 3D print. There is a 3D printed of the Met A. Luckily I saw where that fell, because it's right in front of me. There we go, we got one cut out. As well, aren't you going to get every model in 3D? I found 2D models have limited usefulness. Haha, Luke, that was so very funny. You should be very, very proud of that. Oh look, Alex the Mole tells me once again that hydration is important. So I was directed to a 3D printed loco that I'm very interested in grabbing. off of eBay thanks to the Discord server. What a great server it is, and a great way to stay in touch and get advice on things. Because of course if you ask me questions there, I can sit and look them up on Google before answering. This plug for the Discord server has not been sponsored by anyone because it's my Discord server. Hashtag shameless self-promotion. Yeah, it's a nice little man in Wardle that I was directed to. Of a type I have been after for many, many years. And I didn't realise was available on there. Oh yeah, Discord is great. It is, isn't it, Luke? Especially my Discord. The only problem is you have to watch out for this guy on there who likes to make sarcastic comments occasionally. On the as the screen name of Oak Hill Model Railway, you want to keep an eye on him. And talking of Discord, I see it's still very active at the moment. As we complete the first hour of the stream. It's going to be a while, James. No, this aren't project yet. It'll be a while before I need to know too, so don't worry. Yeah, you want to watch it. He is a bit dodgy, isn't he, Luke? I think he needs a warning at some point. Oh yeah. Luke, language. Moderators, please. I found 3D printed man in Wardle cane class locomotive sharp form. That is exactly the man in Wardle that I am after. Reason about the K's A&R on web doesn't film with fast chassis, sounds iffy, and the crosshead slide bars are bad apparently. Well, that is not good. Moderators, can someone deal with Luke, please? He called himself a non-PG friendly word. Back, I have hydration now. Well, you left your post when I was shouting for moderators to come and do something about Luke. How disgraceful. I deleted it. Thank you, Alex. Much appreciated. Please, mods, keep that as first warning. The joke may be funny, but the stream is PG. YouTube, I am not made for kids, but I know they might watch. Do you understand? Not made for kids. Don't have that much power. I'll read about the message in chat. Do you know why you can't order them when you click buy it now? It doesn't add to your shopping basket. I noticed that about the... I did try to order the Man Immortal K the other day, and I was very upset when it wouldn't add it to my basket. So unfortunately, I do not know why it won't let me. Because usually, if it's a case of the seller doesn't want it sold, then they don't have the buy button. But when it was doing that, I closed Shapeways in a huff and haven't been back. Because especially at its current price, I really, really want that. You naughty boy. Exactly, Corbs. He's a very naughty boy. He is not the Messiah. Shapeways has a load of non-functional buttons. It does, doesn't it? And it's really annoying. I've been after a Man Immortal K class for years. So when it got pointed out the other day, I was like, oh, I'd best buy that right this very second. Site update was a massacre. Oh, good. Display buttons that have been disabled by the seller so they appear but don't do anything. Fun. No, you are not the Messiah, Luke. You are a very naughty boy. So, my I am not made for kids comment. I feel we should address that. Definitely not the goodest of boys. Not tempted by the RT Models kit. I have been very tempted by the RT Models kit, but it's currently listed as £30 on Shapeways. Some people's items have been inadvertently set to private for some reason, so some mods are not available and the creators don't know. Oh, great! You know, that Man Immortal K, it says on it, you know, this is a cost price item because I haven't done a test print yet. If you get one and build it, please let me know how it got. You know, please provide feedback. So I'm assuming he does want it listed. I believe it's a CDC Designs one. What's this about YouTube and children? Yeah, we're just going to get onto that, Luke. So, YouTube have made some changes. Big shame content designs about haven't had any response yet. Well, if you do get a response, please do let me know. I can be contacted on my website, oakhillmodelrailway.co.uk. I can't remember what the Oak Hill email address is, so contact form on the website. Thought mentioned certain policy changes by certain video platforms was verboten. It is CDC, yes. It is, but at the same time, Alex, I have seen a lot of people spreading misinformation about the YouTube policy changes. So, you know, YouTube's had some policy changes. They are going to make it a lot harder for channels that make content for children. Excellent, thank you very much. Now, I think it's quite safe to say that intricate model building and instructional lessons of this level are not made for children. I'm hoping YouTube agree with me on that, because they have automatic algorithms to decide what is and isn't made for children. So, you know, that's all great. And in fact, live chats on streams and comments on videos are being disabled for channels that are made for children. Not good. Adverts are much harder for things that are made for children. Not good for those that are making a living off of it. I have had to manually go through every single video on the channel and mark them as whether they are made for children or not. Now, some of them I can't really get away with saying that they don't, you know, some of them very much do meet the requirements YouTube have laid forward for stuff that is made for children. Which puts me at a bit of a conundrum, really. But of course, everyone, you know, there's boycott YouTube, do this, do that. YouTube are so evil going about out there because of it. And of course, I understand why that is happening. The thing I want everyone to remember, whatever happens, is that... Oh God, I've taken that transfer off. That was clever. YouTube don't want these changes either. These changes are being forced onto YouTube by the FTC over in America. And they would be forced on any platform of YouTube's size. Because they are to do with child protection laws. You know, there's been a lot of exploitation of children on YouTube over the years, and YouTube should have done more about that at the time. It didn't. That is YouTube's fault. However, if it wasn't YouTube that let it happen, it would have been somewhere else. So whilst they make life difficult for content creators of all types on YouTube, they are not YouTube's fault. Censorship is enabled by concentration of power. Yes. So say these are child protection laws, and they will apply to every website of YouTube size for video sharing. The FTC just haven't seen anyone else they care about. That I know of at the moment. That may change. So it's a very poor implementation in my... You know, from what I can see, it's a very poor implementation of what the FTC want. However, I also myself can't see any better way of doing it. I cannot see a good way of implementing these laws. And YouTube have to do what they're told. When it comes to stuff like that. So yes, it has affected all YouTube creators. It's a right pain in the backside. But there's not really anything they could do differently from my point of view. And that is where we will rest the subject of the YouTube changes. So, well, you know my feelings on YouTube, nothing to do with this change. Yes, Alex, I do indeed. To be fair, there's been way too much stuff purporting to be kids stuff that was very adult only on YouTube. Most kids I know, their main entertainment portal is YouTube. Yeah, exactly, Corbs. That is it. There is a lot of stuff that should be adults only that makes itself out to be kids stuff. This is one of the reasons they are doing it. Poor implementation is YouTube's motto. Yes, it is. We'll have to leave. Good night, all best with the transfers. Thank you, Javier. Good night. I shall see you again next week, I hope. Something is very, very wrong when any state anywhere even has the power to impose this sort of authoritarian extremism. Has it affected all YouTube creators? Yes, every creator has had to go through and do things to their channel. Regardless of what it is, everyone has had to review content and stuff. So, yeah, it has affected everyone. I had to put a lot of time into marking my videos. You can mark the channel as a whole, but there is some stuff in there that I don't think I could get away with saying, no, this definitely isn't anything, there's never be watched by children, this. So even a channel like mine, which is primarily building intricate models, and, you know, definitely aimed at the adult, because they class adult as anyone above 13, so definitely very much aimed at the adult. It still put a lot of time into my getting everything sorted for it. I'm a YouTube creator and it hasn't affected me. When was the last time you uploaded a video, Luke? I set everything to not for kids because they aren't the primary audience. See, there's the problem though, Corp, is the algorithm comes along and they've got some big punishments for that if they decide otherwise. Have you even logged into your creator account, Luke? And seen the big blue banner or whatever colour it is now telling you to do something about it. So I'll tell you what, I did. I want to go with not for kids for everything, but having read... I've put that one on when I didn't want to again. Having read everything, I'm not sure I could get away with it. I set to not for kids and immediately delete all my vids again, not actually related. Yes, Alex. To be fair, your channel very much was not for kids. But when I look through their guidelines, I don't think I could class an exhibition video, as an example, as being not for kids. Surely I would get in trouble for marking things as made for kids when it isn't, not the other way round. Both ways round, Corbs. Both ways round. You would think marking everything as not for kids would be fine, and you wouldn't get in trouble for it. But then they say, hang on, you're making kids content and marking it as not for kids, so that you don't lose all the feature, you know, you don't lose all the features that have been banned by the FCC. But yeah, I don't think I can get away following their rules properly as things like my Uckfield exhibition video. I can't see a way that the algorithm won't turn around and say that is not made for kids. Even if I upload every 3 months, still makes me... Yes, Luke, but have you logged in and done all the things and seen it all? Because if you haven't logged in and looked at your creator stuff, that doesn't... then it won't have affected you yet. Oh joy, so what I did the other night is for naught. No, not at all. YouTube are just being very awkward with everything. And of course, being YouTube, you need to be aware of the algorithms. That's not the one for there, is it? I did want it. I did want it there. It's doing well at this, aren't I? No, and this is why YouTube is words I can't say, and I won't say anything else. So as the FCC ban. Yeah, why don't you go and look it up, Luke? Luke, if you went into your creator studio, there'd be a link there that tells you all about it. You should read it. I did. And then I went and read a few other things about it as well. I mean, when we chatted and I went and changed it all to not for kids. No, I mean, most of your stuff, I mean... Oh, I don't know what you've got on your channel, Christopher, off the top of my head. But yeah, I have done all my videos individually. Yeah, I didn't want those. I want these ones for this side. That was silly. I'll just swear all over my videos to make sure. Yeah, that'll do, Corbs. That'll do. But the key thing is, Luke, the FCC does not want children having any form of interaction with anything on internet video sharing websites because of the exploitation that has happened in the past. That exploitation and grooming it's stuff that is getting into the realms of passing out of PG by discussing on stream. But yeah, having looked at the list of stuff that YouTube class as being made for kids, whether it is or not, and knowing how things like the copyright system on YouTube work, I don't want to fall foul of the algorithms. I have a regular live stream. I can't have YouTube blocking my channel and not getting back to me quick enough. To have it back for the Sunday night. Because I want to be here for you guys every Sunday night. I love doing this. I love everything that goes on with this. So I do not want any risk whatsoever that my channel will be locked out from streaming. Air shows, real railways, exhibitions and modelling. That's an awkward one. To be fair enough, no one usually say that too. Children can't comment on YouTube videos. That is the idea, Luke, and everything that is marked for kids will have commenting disabled. But that's just one of many things. As I say, Luke, it's not really stuff I can go into on a PG stream. Nothing if not original. How the copyright system works, i.e. it doesn't. That's the one, Alex. Yeah, everyone born after 95 is a kid to me. Yeah, I agree, Corbs. I quite agree. In fact, you say that my sister was born in 93. I'm pretty sure she's now 7. Can't be any older than that. Copyright is a beautiful. Yeah, I'm not a fan of copyright. I'm even less a fan of how YouTube deal with it. James does not approve of copyright. Indeed, James does not approve of copyright. Yes, like children everywhere. Yeah. There we go, it's on there. There it is. Do not approve of concentrations of power and abuses of power. Copyright is certainly broken. I'm not 100% completely against all copyright. However, the way it currently stands, I do not agree with. Because toy trains are for kids, Corbs. Exactly, and that is something they specify in their thing. Is anything that is related to toys is made for children, according to them. Now, I don't know about you, but I quite often find people can't tell the difference between a scale model and a toy train. I find myself to occasionally be one that calls them toys and stuff as well. So that is where some real issues come into this. YouTube hashtag forever young. Yeah. I'm going to have that song stuck going through my head all night now. Speaking of, have you ever listened to the lyrics of that song? It's really depressing. It's not a happy song. I still hold that my Sodor reboot would be upsetting to children, so I stand by my choice. I mean, do you have a model of Thomas being cut up by the Scrapman Corps? I still call them all toys, mainly because people take it far too seriously. Yeah, exactly. I like calling them toys on RM Web. That's the best place to call them toys. Does Henry get rebuilt? No, he's baked bean tins by now. Anyway, folks, let's hit like in favour of the line-in. And also hit the hydration is important button. Because, you know, hydration is important as we hit the halfway point of the stream. I do think it's time we left the YouTube discussion. I have made my point on it. I understand why it exists. I understand it's not YouTube's fault entirely. And I agree that they've done it in a very bad way, but I can't see a better way for them to do it myself. So that is where I stand, and we shall leave it at that. So I say, in the meantime, hydration is important. I need to remove the word kids out of that, don't I? You know, YouTube, I'm not aiming at kids. That's in there as a joke. I want to be happy once more. Stand ready to time out anyone who mentions it again. Don't auto time out if it's a valid point, but yeah, I'd rather we did all stay off of it. Now, everyone. So I've made my point. I didn't want to make my point on it, but it did also feel like something important to bring up. So, has anyone got any projects going on tonight? Let's hear about them. In other news, while I hydrate, I've painted and layers from both sides of my wagons now, including shadows. First attempt to the latter one. Excellent, Christopher. Excellent. Remember, baby goats, hydration is important. Love it. Well, your YouTube algorithm disapproves of your humour. It does. But to be fair, a lot of things disapprove of my humour. Not just the YouTube algorithm. Does the YouTube video editor still exist? I thought you were a YouTube creator, Luke. You would know that that got killed off several months ago if you were a YouTube creator. How I see it is that YouTubers are being encouraged to swear, use bad language, so they don't get affected by it. Yeah, I agree. I'll allow that comment through, definitely. There are pictures headed to the Discord. Well, hey, thank you, Christopher. Good link drop. The Discord has been awesome. All week there has been amazing stuff being shown off on there. And I have really enjoyed seeing it. So please do come and join the Discord, everyone. Show us what you do. Just join in some discussions. Ask questions. Take advantage of the fact we are building a nice little community. And I really couldn't be prouder of it. It is full of great people and me. And Luke. It's for projects I'm about to resolder my booster. Ah, fair enough. Soldering is one of those many jobs that has to be done, isn't it? Decided against the case kit. Sound like a bad one. Bad chassis, weak white metal parts, fit together poorly. Yeah, fair enough, Alex. Fair enough. Oh, did it? I don't use it anymore. Yeah. My videos have zero editing. All my videos have editing. I've actually been tempted, whilst going back through all my old videos this week, to do proper thumbnails for all my older videos, now that I have a thumbnail style I stick to. I think that would look quite good if I actually went back and did that to all the original videos as well. Thanks. Anytime, Luke. Anytime. I knew you'd want me to get that comment in there. After you having to have a message deleted on here earlier. But yeah, I have always tried to keep my editing to a minimum on the video front. I purposely film my videos in ways that are going to need the minimal amount of editing. I'm sure it shows. I think I've only got one video recently that wasn't done in one take. Please note, that does not mean it was done in the first take. I really need to stop hitting the camera, but I don't want to keep moving it. It's wonderful to see just how live this community is, and the Discord certainly seems to be helping. Good job, dude. Thank you, Alex. The Discord certainly is helping. It is a great community that has stayed very active all week because of the Discord. You should definitely come and check it out if you haven't already, everyone. You know, I've actually forgotten to mute my laptop tonight, so you may well be able to hear the Discord keep going off on my laptop there. There it was again. All my videos are done in one take. Usually it's the first take. Oh, it's very rare I get my video done on the first take. Yep, Mr. A, you achieved what I dreamed of. I'm just glad to be involved with it. Well, I'd like to point out that I spent several years on RM Web building up an audience for what I do before starting this. You know, I came into this with an audience already following what I did. Oh yeah, we can hear that. Well, I can. Well, you know what? I'm going to actually remember to mute it now. There we go. Yes, constantly. Although the sound reminds me of the old Resident Evil inventory noise, so I like it. Yeah, it does rather. I can see that. Right, so we need 3 more of these corners on here. 4 more, because we'll want one up there, won't we? Yes, we will, see? So 4 more of these corners. And then we shall be done with them and getting on to adding the rest of the lining on the sides. But yeah, so you can see it's a wonderful active community we've built up here. I say we, and I mean it. It's not just me doing this. That's it. Now, I say it's been a while since I've played any Resident Evil games. Can't even remember what console I had the first one on. You're a man of culture. Had to keep off it until I found the mutability. Now it stays on in the background and I get involved every now and again. Yes, I can see why the mutability would be good. However, as it's my server, I don't think I should be allowed to mute it, to be honest. But I can see why having the channels all on mute and not getting notifications would be a good thing. Like Resident Evil scares me a lot. Gather that's the idea. Yeah, I've heard that's the idea. Stopped playing many years ago. Very fond memories of 2 and 3. Ah, 2 was great. Raccoon City 98 was one of my imaginary pipe dream layout ideas. Brilliant. Brilliant, Corbs. Absolutely brilliant. Get the remastered to number 2 at some point. Awesome. Yeah, well, you don't have to buy things just for stream, Alex. You are allowed to play games for fun as well. At least that's what I've heard. I mean, don't quote me on that. So I'll tell you what, it's been quite a while since I've done any railway modelling just for fun. How long have I been running this stream now? When I was young, got to the police station, saw the liquor, and I was like, no, then, no, help it, mate. Yeah, exactly. You know the feelings I have with railway modelling recently. Can I do this for just me? I'm not sure I can. There we go. Nothing like streaming to turn a hobby into a chore. I mean, I wouldn't say it's quite reached the level of being a chore yet. But any time I sit down at the workbench, I do think, should I get the camera out? Should I be filming this? Should I be saving this for stream? But at the same time, there is a lot of stuff that wouldn't have got done if it wasn't for the stream and the YouTube channel. So, swings and roundabouts, really. Know how you feel. I've been filming a few builds, and without something just for me, it was all dragging so much. So I ended up doing the Hunts as an off-camera project, rebooted the modelling mojo. Yeah, makes sense. I would love to try and claim I don't have enough kits to do off-camera stuff. But I did that video on Tuesday, didn't I? And no one's ever going to believe that, especially when I point out there's kits there that I forgot to include in that. So no one is ever going to buy that. It's very true. I very likely wouldn't have played many of these games without the stream. No, I mean, I wouldn't currently have a model of the Tickfield Thunderbolt if it wasn't for the stream. Partly why I'm doing this wagon to industrials. Very good tonight. Bedtime is making again. I'm alright, cheers. Okay, good night, Ian. Thank you for coming. Has been wonderful to have you here. And I shall hopefully speak to you tomorrow. Very likely wouldn't have played many. Yeah, I know what you meant, Alex. You didn't need to correct yourself. I love how I have the chatbot promote my Instagram account. As anyone that follows me on Instagram will know, the only thing I use Instagram for these days is liking other people's posts and promoting the stream. Now, if you're already here, chat on Discord sometime during the week. Yes, we'll be good. Speak to you there, Ian. I will look forward to getting those parts for those plates for the i3. I may even clean off the bit on the Stream 1 that they need soldering onto. Because hopefully the i3 will be back next week. I mean, it could have come back this week. I did ask for suggestions on the Thursday video, but I only got one comment. This Thursday's video actually did really bad. Maybe YouTube have stopped promoting me because I'm doing toy trains and they're for children. Who knows? Not for kids, YouTube. Not made for kids. Not out of 10 for stream promotion on Instagram. Didn't see any today. Yes, you are quite correct there, Luke. I forgot to do all the promotion today. I was rather busy. We'll get in the post then. All right, brilliant. Thank you, Ian. That is very, very much appreciated. Remembrance is looking so much better. Thank you, Alex. Careful, Gary, you get a time out. You carry on. But I've got to make sure the YouTube gods know. I can't have the YouTube gods turning against me. Bring in the ban hammer. Yes. Indeed, I should have a ban hammer for myself, shouldn't I? I think it's about time for me to head to bed, I'm afraid. Good night. Oh, good night, Linny. Has been great having you here. Sleep well. And I hope to see you at some point in the near future. Up in Edinburgh for a change. Now, I don't want to say that my phone I use to record the streams is getting a little bit past it. But despite very much still being plugged in, and I've got all the lights on to tell me it is plugged in and charging, my battery is going down. Running the stream is using more battery than my charger can put it, using power faster than my charger can charge it. Is it Gary's turn to do the overnight bus? No, I will be driving, Tom. I will drive myself there. I know, brave man driving to Edinburgh. I just hit the floor in transit. Be there in 30 minutes. Exactly, Alex. Hello again. Welcome back. Didn't realise you were gone. I just thought you were being quiet. Where have you been then? Then get a better charger. No, it's not. The charger is amazing, Luke. It's a 5 amp charger, which standard phone chargers are 1 amp, so missing out on the experience. Yes, Tom, I am purposely missing out on that experience. There is no way I want to get on the night bus. Plus, on a more serious note, with times and stuff, doing it in the van, I could drop the kids off at my mum's when she finishes work at 4 on a Friday and get to Edinburgh before midnight. I was visiting a family member. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, I hope you had a good time visiting your family member. Are you going to make it all the way to Edinburgh in a transit, or is it going to turn a massive pile of rust when you stop at a service station? Well, Luke, when you consider that my transit has done 320 something thousand miles, I reckon it can probably make it to Edinburgh. And your phone died. Typical. Wouldn't mind doing a sleeper train trip like that at some point, though. That depends on if it gets a flat tyre en route. Thank you, I did. Excellent, glad. 320k just born in then. Exactly, Corbs. You know, it's only been to the moon. It hasn't made it all the way back yet. For those wondering, I looked it up the other day. The moon is on average, because obviously it gets closer and further away, but on average it's 297,000 miles to the moon, apparently. So the transit's made it to the moon. It's not made it back yet. But what about if it throws a leg out a bit on the way? It'll be fine, Luke. Removed like videos from my channel, so it should be fine for me to like now. Okay. Also, yeah, okay. Doesn't need all its legs. No, it doesn't need any legs. It's got wheels. Now I've got to explain that, I think. Now you have 11 lights. Well, hey, 11 lights. Of course, you can run on one less. I think all the cylinders working is overrated. But we had this discussion the other day. My old Fiesta only had 3 cylinders working. And it ran like that on 3 cylinders for ages. It's very satisfying, that bit going on. Was it really? Look, you can have a close-up of that bit that's just gone on. There you go. Hope it's just a satisfying close-up. My car's on 240k, so only 50k to go. Well, hey! Drive back from the moon together, Tom. All original parts, some of which still work. My Transit doesn't even have most of its original bodywork. Never mind parts. Yes, it was. Oddly satisfying. No, the act of it going in. Oh, I knew what you meant as satisfying for that, but I wanted you to see how it looked up close as well. See if it looked good enough. Is your Transit somewhat of a Triggers broom? Well, I've had that now. It'll be 2 years next month I've had this Transit for. And I do, in case you hadn't noticed, I do love my Transit dearly. It is my favourite of all the vehicles I've owned. And the first thing I did when I bought it was put 2 new rear wheel arches in and a new load bed. Because they were just based, the load bed and the rear wheel arches were basically non-existent. And then it had to have a bit of work done on the engine. There was a couple of other places it needed welding. Had some more welding done on it last year at the MOT as well. I've gone through 4 windscreens on the thing in the 2 years. It's had a new exhaust. But it's wonderful. Still has most of its original rust though. My Transit has, I want to say it has no rust on it. The stuff that's been done to it certainly shouldn't have rusted, but it is MOT time again, so we will be shortly finding out how much rust it does have. Still got all 5 cylinders, that's the most important bit, right? 4 cylinders. For 2 litre, 4 cylinder, 5-speed gearbox. Front wheel drive. Oh look, Alex the Mole says, hydration is important. Remember, baby goats, hydration is important. Bad drivers round you. Everyone's a bad driver except me, Max. That's how it works. I don't have road rage. Everyone else just needs to learn to drive. And, you know, how can I give them instructions if I'm not shouting loudly at them? They'll never hear me. But no, none of the things wrong with the van have been other drivers' fault. They've just been, you know, things that happen to Transits. My car didn't need any welding for its MOT, but it still has an iffy door handle. Well, it shouldn't get through an MOT with an iffy door handle, Luke. All your doors have to work properly to pass an MOT. Five cylinders. No, only 4, as I say. Max. Rear wheel drive. Watch out for those prop bearings. No, mine's a front wheel drive. All the other Transits I have are rear wheel drive. Mine is front wheel drive. Now following the Instagram account. Awesome. I shall give you a follow back. Oh. Are you sure about that? Probably. I don't know when you said, are you sure about that? Right, that's me. I'm sleepy. Thanks, all been a good fun time. Okay, good night, Corbs. Has been great having you here. Mine has... yours has 5 cylinders. Okay, interesting. I didn't realise you got cylinders in uneven amounts, to be honest. I thought cylinders always came in even numbers. Donation link by the chatbot. And I calls it exactly. Tom half of it. So you calls it. Bye bye. You can still open the driver's door from the outside. Just Nat's doing it. Lucky Martin knows that. He's the one who MOT'd it. Oh, so what you're saying, Luke, is it's a dodgy MOT. You should not be admitting that on the internet in public. You need, all your doors have to work for an MOT. You do my Corsa had free by design. Interesting, fair enough. But yes, I am sure about the MOT rules, Luke. I used to have a van that by design one of the doors couldn't be opened. I used to have to put it back properly and repair it every year for the MOT and then take it apart again. It's old Volvos, they gave you an extra cylinder, no extra power though. Cylinders always in even numbers, call yourself a railway fan. I was talking about the internal combustion engine, Alex. It's not a dodgy MOT. It is if your door doesn't work properly, Luke. Just realised the chassis was a 464 Hudson. All my doors do work. No, you've said they don't. Any other MOT tester would be able to tell you that. No, you've said it's got a dodgy door handle. They don't work properly. Therefore, it's an MOT failure. .464 Baltic. Not a Hudson. A Baltic. All my doors do... Yeah. There we go. I'm caught up with chat. Well, hey. Should also stress it was only the outer door handle that was purposely disconnected on this van and had to be reconnected for. But you're the one that said it's got a dodgy door handle, Luke. No one else. Don't get all upset about it. Who's the one that said it's got a dodgy door handle? Can be opened from the outside. You're the one that said it's got a dodgy door handle and there is a knack to it. That is not working properly as designed, Luke. No matter how much you try and defend it. Not having arguments with you on my stream about it. If he carries on, can we just time him out or something, please, mods? But please do remember, Luke, a part of my job is to know these things. I have literal qualifications in it. And that is all that is being said on the matter. Thank you guys, much appreciated. After the B12 comment, it would be my pleasure. Feel like the mob's the leader's top 2 henchmen tonight. you are, you always are. You are my top henchman, my only henchman. Unfortunately, I am not making any offers, although you still can't refuse. You're an MOT tester. No, Luke. I am a licensed and qualified transport manager for an international haulage firm. And part of that job is knowing what is and isn't road legal. and inspecting vehicles. MOT, don't understand. No, you wouldn't, Max, would you? Of course, you don't have things like that over in the US. Okay. Over here in the UK, every year, once a vehicle is over 3 years old, and until it's something like 40 years old, I can't remember the exact age, it has to, once a year, be submitted for a test to make sure it is still safe to drive. So it's basically, it makes sure people maintain their vehicles, basically. And if it fails its MOT, then you cannot drive it until you have had the work done and had it retested. Alright, I'm out. See you folks on Discord in the week. Good night. Tom, thank you for being here. Has been great to see you here. And I shall see you on Discord through the week. Really straight up timed you out then, be careful. I was thinking you might. Don't ban Luke, please. Well, I don't want anyone to be banned, Max. But at the same time, I don't want to be arguing with people. Still surprised me in some parts of the US that isn't a thing. Yeah, I agree, Luke. It does surprise me that there are places in the US where that isn't a thing. I actually know someone who thinks MOTs are a bad idea. Who lives in one of those parts of the US. You shouldn't have MOT tests. The onus should be on the owner of the vehicle to maintain it. It's like, well, it is. Some states they have inspections. How similar to the MOTs, I don't know. No, I'm not that good on the American rules for that. But I don't believe anything. I don't believe anything comes close to the MOT level of doing it. I'm going to have to take this one back off. That I can't do that yet. That's lifting this other transfer. So we'll go on to these ones. How can MOTs be a bad idea? I know, Luke, it's madness, isn't it? But he's convinced that having MOTs makes drivers lazy and not look after their vehicle. I personally think it does the opposite. If they think MOTs aren't, they should some dodgy vehicle repairs in the past. Yeah, I would expect so. I love washes, but boys, they take some time to dry. I bet they do. I mean, I know how long my ones take to dry, but they're not proper washes. They're ones I make myself. I assume real ones are at least as bad, if not worse, because I know mine can occasionally be slightly not watery. Government bureaucracy, rules made by Big Auto to make you buy and fix more cars instead of driving rusty sheds around. You know what? I've heard that one from him. Good evening, Code Monkey, as well. Yes, it is good to have you here. How are you this fine evening? I hope you are doing well. You come for your railway stream fix now that Alex isn't streaming Train Sim anymore. God, we have passed the 2-hour mark. I never even noticed. Too soon, man. Well, Code Monkey, if you need your fix through the week, you could always join my Discord server where we have a channel dedicated to virtual railways. It is used for both railway simulators and some CAD stuff that's being done. I'm sure you'd love it. Exclamation mark Discord in the chat for a link. Right. So the fact that my front passenger seat door doesn't fall forwards isn't that big of an issue, although it may sound like it. Mods, that sounds like he's carrying on. I see a comment from Luke carrying on there. Soldered 36 freeway junctions together yesterday on a floor because of the size of the task, and I don't even have a picture to show for it. Well, what you need to do there is take pictures. Wait, what? Why isn't it in Train Sims? I look forward to that every week. Well, yeah, watch his video on YouTube. Essentially, Train Sim equals TS equals troubleshooting. Video about on my YouTube. So there we go. Oh, Discord. Okay, I'll check that out later. I can recommend you a good stream, but I'm not allowed to advertise here. I wasn't sure if that one applied. That one did apply, Alex. That is very much Luke talking about the condition of his car and why it should or shouldn't fail MOTs. But no, here is not the place for advertising other streams without my prior permission. Chances are I'll give you permission. I just, want to know what's being advertised in my chat first, basically. But yeah, no need to be sorry, Alex. It's not like you're often expected to stretch your mod powers. Now, the bot says hydration is important, baby. Yeah, baby goats. Missed what I was trying to say in the middle there. Exactly. Very rude just going around mentioning other streams without permission. Made rule off someone did it once. Yeah, exactly. You know, as long as I know what's being advertised and I've given it prior clearance, I don't mind. But I don't particularly want other streams that I know nothing about being advertised in my chat. Also asking for follows and likes. Yeah, that would be an insta ban, I think, on that, because it's not something you should do. I only advertise my stuff elsewhere when it's been mentioned first by the streamer. Well, that didn't go too well. Yeah, that's about where that one needed to go. I think that still goes to your old channel, actually, Christopher. So, tee-hee to you there. You know, you tried to advertise yourself, but you failed, because I don't think I've updated that link. I might have updated it, and now I'm just making myself look stupid. But, you know, that's not important. I think 99.9% of streams have very clear rules about begging for follows, likes, and stream mentions. Well, yeah, I mean, it's not the done thing, is it? Nope, no one. Ah, that's a shame. I was really hoping that had backfired. I can't stop. I've said it all way in advance of you posting. Because you see, the thing about YouTube's new streaming thing is it resets your preferences on latency. So my streams are not automatically set to ultra low latency anymore, which is kind of really annoying. Because I liked having ultra low latency and being almost instant on the chat. Wow, yeah, exactly. GG YouTube. Right, oh, have a good one. Okay, good night, Max. Thank you for stopping by. It's been greatly appreciated. And I look forward to chatting to you soon. I assume you'll be on Discord tomorrow. But yes, very much to the GGs of YouTube. They've done... That's definitely the shape of the footplate there. Conventional logic was just you want something into working order, get something into working order and leave it there. Conventional logic and YouTube do not go together. That's the problem there. Oh well, I'll fill that in again in a minute. Tech company logic course. Oh, yes. Tech company logic, of course, demands a higher engagement, etc. So everything must be changed, and if it breaks, so what? I use is a captive audience. Very, very true, Code Monkey. Very true indeed. Anyone who is anyone is on the Discord. It didn't work. No, it doesn't work. The commands only exist if they are the only thing in the message. Because it is possible for me to set it up so that you can type stuff before and after, but I never have because I'm lazy. But that's not true, Alex. Not anyone who is anyone is on the Discord because you're not on there. So now you either need to get on the Discord or your message is a lie. That is true. See, Killian agrees with me. No, my message is very true. No, your message is not very true. You are noticeably absent. Killian wants you there as well. It's not just me. And now that you've cut your streams back, you'll have more time for Discord. It'll be great. The best reason I can think of for joining the Discord, well, second best, is that I'm not there. No. The best reason for you joining the Discord is that you're not there yet. It would only be improved by your presence, Alex. Oh, good, I've just knocked all the blooming backing paper cuttings off. Never gonna... No, I know it's never gonna happen. I'm well aware of that. The fact I know it's never gonna happen doesn't mean I have to be happy about the fact it's never gonna happen. So there. Car 11:26. So I think you need to take the happy tablets I take. No, no one wants a depressed, opinionated fool hanging around. Call yourself what you want, Alex. I want you hanging around. So there. And that's all there is to it. Maybe I'll try the looks around shiftily. Yeah, we want you as well, Code Monkey. Boo, KDs. I can say that now because Corpse is gone. Two and a half hours on one wagon. I've spent 2.5 hours applying these transfers. In fact, I mean, if you include last week, so I was doing them last week, I've spent 5.5 hours on these transfers. Christopher. I do hang around every Sunday. I would inflict more on you. That's okay, we want more Alex. We want much more Alex. We want all the Alex. I mean, I'd like you to picture something, Alex. Imagine a website for railway modelling that's as helpful as RM Web with none of the toxicity. And there's the Discord. Isn't killing because the plan has been cut back. It's been concentrating on my London Underground stuff. It will happen, not as in depth. Still have to do your NMR single. Oh gosh, 5 logos on the go plus my own. Does the Discord have kittens? There have in fact been a couple of cat pictures uploaded, James. So yes, it does. I won't tell you how long it took to prep the wires and solder up that thing yesterday, embarrassingly, and it's falling apart already. The Engage forum. I do not mean the Engage forum. Amazingly, the chatbot is shocked by the fact I've set up a Discord. But I want to do something for each of you to make up for putting up with me. You don't need to make up for us putting up with you, as you put it, Killian. It has been an honour, sir. Whether you accept that fact or not. You did the boxes, that makes me very happy. Been waiting for them for years. Yeah, you wouldn't believe how much this guy loves his box tanks. That is very true. And yes, your Roper is one of the 5. But it's very much appreciated, Killian. I'm in no rush for it. So I know you've seen the video that went up on Tuesday and just how many kits I've got. So please do not rush yourself with it. It will be a great loco to have, but you know, it's going to be a while till I need it. All the box tags. I live for box tags. I know you do. I'm well aware of that. Get one then and show us the result. They're right. Only about 30 bobble pop. Oh wow. I didn't realise they were going to be that cheap. That's impressive. They might have box tags, didn't they? Yes, I'm sure that. Yeah, I think they had loads. I think they had a whole fleet of them, Alex. It'll be a long time before it's ready. Good. Good, because I do not want you to rush yourself on it. It will be greatly appreciated when it happens. But get stuff for yourself done first. That price is it is. Met livery box tank, I have to do it now. You do. You do, Alex. Have you seen the Met Peckett, Killian? It looks lovely. L53, yes, a photo of her being cut up. Oh, that's a bit harsh. She looks lovely. Yes, I have a photo of her being cut up. Showing your dark side there, Killian. You know where the ideal place to show off your picture of the Met Peckett is, don't you, Alex? There's this great place, right, with a section of it dedicated to things like prototype photos and the discussion of prototype stuff. It's called my Discord server. It'd be the ideal place to show it off. Got to go, see you next stream. Okay, thank you for popping by. I shall see you next time. Has been great having you here. My dark side, you mean my every side? Yes, yes I do, Killian. I was waiting for a comment like that. Twitter. No, Alex, you see, on Twitter the copyright police can get you still and have stuff taken down. Not on my Discord they can't. A place of family friendly fun sharing of stuff. Not that I would ever promote copyright infringement, obviously. No, not I. I've ordered the Mercian kit for the Pekka, but I haven't heard anything about it. Possibly then go to Wally, keeping them busy. I would expect that is keeping them quite busy, yes. It's good to know you've ordered it, though. Stop wearing black when they make a darker colour. I mean, I'm in kind of a dark grey this evening. It's not quite black, but it's close. Same Killian. Look forward to seeing that done. It's very dark blacks out there. Experimental surfaces or 99.8% of visible light or something like that. That is true. It also, if there's a full showing off some pics of his locally based industrial models. Oh, now that sounds like an awesome thing to be able to see. And you say it can only be seen on the Discord server. People had best make their way there. There's enough links of it being posted. One be a bright blue austerity perchance. The world's most painted model loco. Right, let's soak some of this water up. Then it won't be doing quite as much trying to pull the transfer back. And there we go. Yes, everyone should make their way to Discord now. Well, yes, Alex, they should. Everyone should make their way to Discord right now. You are very correct there. So yes, we have got the side lined. We have 20 minutes to go. We turn it around now. We can see the Remembrance plate. Obviously still a bit shiny from the glue, but it is there now. It is very nice. I'm very happy with it. There is a bit of lining to do on the back. Not me, I don't exist, so don't count as part of everyone. You do exist, I have seen you. So there. I will be taking this moment to point out hydration is important. That's stunning now, she's fully lined out. Thank you, Harry. And welcome to the chat. I don't recall seeing your name so far this evening. Yes, I'm very happy with how she's looking. So I'm going to line the back of the bunker. And then that is all the lining done with. Lies. They are not lies, Mr. Mole. I have seen you in the flesh. You exist. Photo proof or it didn't happen. Look. what can I say? Maybe some of my videos haven't been released on to the YouTubes, Mr. Mole. No, I'm kidding, I didn't get you. I'm pretty sure I can find a photo of you, though. There were enough people there taking pictures. Even if they weren't me. I've been in chat, but not too frequently. Oh, fair enough. I have not noticed you. I do apologise. I hope I have responded to your chats. It gets to a point in the night where I'm so used to seeing all the same names every week, I don't notice people turning up. Which obviously is quite bad. But I never claimed to be intelligent. Don't even joke about that. Well then, I believe you started that one. Not me. I think the only way I can do this on camera is by going up here. Ooh, the stream effect. Right, saw a paint label, burnt umber, and thought of the stream. Then wondered why we hadn't that colour. We had that colour of paint. Yeah, the stream effect. Woo for the stream effect. You have that colour of paint because everyone needs a bit of umber in their life. That's how life works. Brown is a nice colour for logos. It can be. It can also be done wrong. Did respond, maybe your thinking is right, we'll stay here weeks at a time. Honest. I'm glad my thinking is correct, Harry. I'm also glad I did respond to your messages before. Look, Mum, no hands! New slogan, life is better with umber. Yeah, I like that. Life is better with umber. And the bot wants to remind you all, as we come into the last 15 minutes of the stream, to make sure you do smash that like button or give it a gentle tap, whatever is your preference. And whilst you are down there, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you get alerted when I upload videos or go live. It's magic. It is magic. It's standing on its buffers. Thirteen likes. Excellent. Never believe it. Are you all trying to get me to sing? Is that what this is? 13 likes is excellent. My ego says thank you. It is very greatly appreciated. Had to happen eventually, didn't it? All I wanted to do was get that put down so that I could have a hand free to grab the loco again. It's okay, no damage done. Except for maybe that step, but that could have already been damaged for all I know. Ten minutes to go. Can we get this done? Yeah, I've just shifted off its axis. We are now hurtling towards the sun. Don't think that's quite how it works, but yeah. Come on, arm of boom. There we go. Still no hands. Just notice the number of the loco, half of one I'd like. Well, I've got 2 more copies of the number, so if you add the 2 together that I've got... Need a sterling single kit. It is. Sterling single is perfect for that number. It's funny how we all know that, isn't it? If the Brighton had one, it would have been a Terrier. But I don't believe that Terrier survived long enough to have the 600 added to its number. Sterling single number 666, one of the later Stone versions. Did the Southern region have a reason? The Southern did not number its routes that I know of. Thought of a good name for an engine today. Black Rose. Yeah, that works. So, you know, Killian, there's nothing to say that that loco didn't survive longer and get the going on the duplicate list with a 6 at the 100 added to it. Good name for a pirate ship as well. I may or may not be as obsessed with pirates as I am with box tanks. I cannot type. That's because you're too excited for box tanks and pirates, Alex. That's why you can't type. There we go. That's better, isn't it? We are just about to enter the final 5 minutes of the stream. I think it's safe to say we are not getting the rear of this fully lined before the end of stream. But we'll get the corners on, so it's a start. Probably true. Yeah, I thought so. Oh, Alex, a pirate box tank named the Black Rose. I'll just leave you with that. Still very good progress made tonight. Yes, thank you, Alex. I am very happy with the progress that's been made. Don't give me ideas. But I like giving you ideas. It's fun giving you ideas. And I agree, it looks much, much better. It's almost a respectable engine now. Now the question is, with how little is left on it, you know, all I have to do now is finish the lining on the back, add the name, number and memorial plate to the other side, and that's it really. You know, it's got its handrails to be added, but I don't know if I've still got those. I think I do. But then that's this engine done. So the question is, before we finish out this evening, do I do that through the week and give you a video update on it, or do we finish this off on stream next week before going back to the i3? Aldersgate is now getting a Met box tank, and that's as far as I'm going. No, you need more than that, Alex. Need to encourage you better with the Victorian stuff. Exactly, Killian. We must drag everyone backwards, including me. Hydration is still important, baby goats. Even if it is 5 to midnight. Since we have those 5 minutes, my vote is to do it off camera and do a video, start fresh with the i3, finish it in the week, then i3 next week. That's what I was thinking. Haul up the coals, set the reverser, all the way set across the IC to find booty under the neighbouring railway. Finish off camera as well. Yeah, that is what I was thinking, everyone. So that'll be finished off camera and then become a Tuesday video for an update, just to show it off. And so we shall be back to the i3 next weekend, which will be great. I'm looking forward to getting back on with that. In fact, I'm looking forward to getting that project finished and getting on with the next build. How did I cut that so long after measuring it? I don't even know how that's a thing. Pre-group and railways acted like pirates. Some of them did, yes, you are quite right. Yeah, that's the one, Alex. That is the one. Times like this, I'm glad I printed so much of the lining. This is why I printed so much of the lining. Because that did not go to plan. Never mind, that's what I get for trying too soon. Great Northern literally kidnapped a loco from the Midland or the other way round here. Pirates of the Iron Sea. So let's get her back on our wheels. Someone once stole a Euro. Really? Did not know about a stolen Eurostar set. So, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, as we hit 12 o'clock. The stream is coming to an end. It has been another fantastic stream, and it's been great to have you all here. We have, of course, finished off the lining on this side of the loco. And we have lined out this side, ready for the name and number to go on. She's looking very, very close to completion now. So I'm very, very happy with it. And we have got the corners on the back. All in all, I would say it has been very successful. So let's catch up on chat. It's on some proving run. So it's stopping in all sorts of yard sections, stabled one night. In the morning, a driver clocked on to take it to, say, Brussels, but the train wasn't there. The MRG and our SECR will be battling out on Aldersgate, and Met and MD are already at each other's throats. Excellent, Alex. I'll look forward to that layout. It'll have to happen. Looks great. Dude, wonderful stream. Thank you very much. Looks excellent. Great stream, sir. Night all. See you on Discord tomorrow. Good night, everyone. Yes, so, good night, everybody. Thank you for coming. It has been absolutely wonderful. I have had a great time chatting to you all. So please do come back again. I hope to see you on Tuesday's video. Drop me a comment. I hope to see you in the Discord server, which can be found in several links on the live stream. Aldersgate is happening no matter what. Good. So, yes, thank you all for coming, and I will, if I don't see you in the comments or in the Discord, or even on Twitter, or Instagram, or RMWeb, then I will hope to see you next Sunday when we will return to the i3. Thanks for watching, everyone, and good night.